Hello everybody, how is it going? My name is Lucas and boy do we have a really awesome pedal to check out today. We are going to be checking out the Rev Tilt Boost. And guys, if it's your first time here or if you haven't been here before, or if you have, make sure you are subscribed. I do lots of cool stuff here. I do gear reviews, access effects tutorials, mixing tutorials. I do giveaways and I don't want you to miss any of that cool stuff. So make sure you are subscribed. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and check out the Rev Tilt Boost. Yes, I know for this review, we're using a lot of Rev stuff. We are going to be using my Rev 100R Mark III, my awesome, very comfortable Rev black metal shirt, and of course, the Tilt Boost. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to be doing nothing but high gain stuff with the Tilt. Michael Nielsen and Sean Tubbs have done a lot of clean and edge of breakup and like rock stuff with it, but I want to dedicate this strictly to metal stuff, because I know a lot of you guys out there have a question of what this does for metal, and I absolutely will show you. So let's take a look around the pedal really quick. I'll do that really fast, and I'll play it for you, then I'll mess with it. So, of course, you got the on-off button right here. You have your two knobs at the top. You have Boost, and then you have the actual Tilt EQ right here. So the Boost, it's just mainly like you just giving it signal. That's basically what you need to look at right there. So you can actually choke off the signal from your amp if you want. Watch, actually, I'll show you that right now. So, whoops, let me turn it on. So there you go. It's pretty much matched right there. So the level on and off is pretty much matched. Around 11 o'clock-ish, around 10 to 11 o'clock, on the knobs themselves, that's typically your sweet spot / like unity. It's kind of like where it is with my setup right now. It may be a little different on yours, but it's kind of how it works on mine. So with the Tilt EQ right here, this is where the magic happens, right? So if you move to the right, that is gonna bring in like lots of lows and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you actually what that looks like with the actual graphic EQ, not the actual frequencies, but I'm going to show you what this knob is kind of doing, just to give you a visual representation. So when you move it to the right, that's going to bring in all those like really low frequencies, and it makes it sound really big and fat and nasty. But as you take it and you turn it to the left, what that is going to do is it kind of removes all of the low end in it, and it gives you some attack. Like I said, 11 is a very good place to start on it. And you do also have a little drive knob. I kind of like call this a lagniappe knob, because in like Cajun French, lagniappe means a little extra, and that's exactly what this drive knob does. So if you kind of just want a little bit more kick, a little bit more extra, you just put that on right here. And the tight switch right here, this thing is so cool. So when you're in the middle, it's pretty much unity and or what pretty much the signal you're getting from your amp. Now when you go to the top, if you look all the way up at the top, it kind of shaves a little bit of that low end off a little bit. It's kind of a light tip for it, but if you view it all the way down, that is a very strong cut to the low end right there. So I know I've been talking a lot, so now we're going to get to some playing. I'm using my 100R Mark III on the red channel, and the only thing I have engaged right now is the mid cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with the pedal off, then I'll turn it on, and then I'll flip some knobs, and we'll see exactly how it sounds. So right now, this is like a typical metalcore tone. It's kind of dry. I'm going to kick on the blue aggression on the Mark III, and let's see what that sounds like. All right, I'm going to turn the blue aggression off, and I'm going to go back to normal aggression because I kind of want to show you what the drive actually does. So as you can hear, it does add a little bit of gain to it. I mean, I have a decent amount of gain. I'll show you my settings, actually, that I'm using on 100 R, and my gain is like right around 9 o'clock. So it's not really coming through a whole lot. You can hear it a little bit, but it's not really coming through a whole lot because I already have a lot of gain kicking on here. And as you can hear, whenever you push the tight knob, when you push it all the way down, it cuts a lot of the lows out of there. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch guitars over to my 7-string, and I'll show you the effect that the tight switch actually has. Got my Schecter SLS 7-string plugged in. It is going to be in drop A flat. By the way, the first guitar I used, that was my Black Hat, and that was in drop C. Both these guitars actually have Toast and Fishmans in them. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna start in red. I'm going to go red aggression on the Rev, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like with the pedal off. Then I'm going to kick it on, and we will see all the different effects that this boost pedal can do. So as you can hear, this is why I love this pedal so much. It absolutely cleans up all of that nasty low end. And as you can hear, since we have a 7th string on here, and we are a little bit lower on the 7th string, you have a little bit more of those resonant lower frequencies from like 100 up to like 200, right? And even in 300, because 300 really kicks in whenever you palm mute. You have all of those going on here. When you have the tight switch all the way down, it absolutely cuts it. And when you take the EQ and you turn it hard to the left like I have it, kind of around 9 o'clock, between like 9 and 11, that's kind of when it gets tightened up. I mean, you can absolutely go all the way extreme and turn it like all the way down, but you kind of, you suck all the low end out of your tune when you do that. Out of your tone, excuse me, out of your tune. And you can make it nice, big, and fat if you want to. I really like this pedal. It is a boost pedal, and what's good about having a boost is that you can configure it, you can cut out those low ends, and you don't get any mid bump. That is kind of famous with a tube screamer. But speaking of tube screamers, I actually have a G2 right next to the Tilt right now, and I got my TS9 all the way on the end. I do love both of those pedals, but I'm going to dedicate a whole different video to this. And I'm going to run the Tilt boost into the actual drive pedal, because that's where this tilt comes from. Because on Sean Tubbs' signature pedal, this is the tilt side of it that is in pedal form, and it added some extra little things on there. And I have to say, I really like this pedal because it instantly cleans up all of those nasty tones. You don't get the mid bump. You can pick your boost. I mean, you can drive it even more. What's nice is that you don't have to touch a gain on your amp. You can get more gain and more signal right from the pedal itself. I think that's gonna wrap things up, guys. I know I chugged a lot, and hopefully I demonstrated to you guys the power of this pedal when you're using it with some low tune stuff. I really like this pedal. Rev kind of advertises this as the always on pedal, and it basically is, because if you turn it on, you get your settings fixed and you're good to go. And as you can see, you can change between guitars. So if I'm playing live and I'm going from a 7-string song to a 6-string song, all I gotta do is move the knob a little bit, and I'm good to go. And it sounds really great. So guys, if you thought this video was cool, leave me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you aren't subbed, you really should, and you should stick around and you should sub. Definitely should, because we're gonna be running the Tilt boost into a drive, so I can show you how that sounds. We can play around and do some fun stuff with that. But guys, I know there's a lot of stuff out there begging for your attention, and you chose to spend some time with me, and I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.